Namja.
Yes, okay.
Can you be able to check with chair?
Okay, sure.
Namjani. Sure. Yeah, okay, sure. Hmm? Mm-mm. Good afternoon, honorable members.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, honorable members.
Good afternoon, Whip.
How are you doing?
Honorable members. Good afternoon, GM. Good afternoon, colleagues from the department and the DPSA. I just want to indicate we're still trying to locate the chairperson. Let's give some few minutes before we start. Thank you.
Yes, Nomta. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon, Chair.
Yes, good afternoon. Awusangikhumbuzi now. Limsebenzi lemningi phela mina. Hello.
Chair,
Ikuphi
Chairperson,
agenda? Yes, ngiyakuzwa. Oh,
Chairperson,
ngiyayibona. Yes, Bra King.
are you fine? Are you fine?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, I think we can start. Just remember that you are on live streaming
On what?
YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, we've got we're already having 7 members. I think we can start, Chairperson.
Okay. There is no problem. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Chair. How are you?
Fine and yourself.
Good,
Good
good.
afternoon, Chair.
Long time,
Long time.
Honorable Kruger. Long time, Honorable Kruger.
Yes, long
How
time,
is-
but good to hear you again.
I'm fine, Papa. I can't complain.
I'm glad to hear that.
Sure. Yeah, we can start with our meeting. Network problem, King, but I think I'll be fine.
Okay, Chairperson, I hand it over to you. You can start the meeting. We have got our 7 members on the platform, which is Honorable Jacobs, Honorable Kruger, Honorable Hendricks, Honorable Babala Matulela, Honorable Klomelang, Honorable De Villiers, and Honorable Nkosul Tuli. So those are the members who are already in the platform, Chair. I think we can start them.
What about our
Yeah,
visitors?
I think you forgot about me.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see when I admitted you, Honorable Zungula.
Thank you.
I'm very much, my apologies, Honorable Zungula. And also we've got the Deputy Minister Zoleka
Sure.
Papa. And then we do have our visitors. I don't know them by their faces, but I have been admitting them, Chair.
Sure. Thank you, King. Greetings to Honorable Deputy Minister Makapa. Greetings to all of you. Greetings to all of you, honorable members. Welcome back to the recess. Hope you are all fine. Although death robbed us again during this recess period where we lost one of our member, may her soul rest in peace. Honorable Jackie Mfugeng and her daughter passed on during this pandemic. I don't know of others, but let's just pray that this third wave must not kick in our country. It must not kick in our country, because it's really a thorny issue. If you see what is happening in India, it's really, really sad. Today's meeting, the purpose is to hear from the Department of from the DBSA to can hear about them on the issue of the organogram, which is a long overdue matter. I believe members today you will be able to express yourself and all of us will be able to understand exactly what is it that is transpiring, what's happening into that particular department. So, yeah, warmly welcome, feel at home. We'll now zoom to item 2, which is roll call and apologies. I will invite King to give us such if ever there are any apologies. King, do we have any apology?
Thank you, Chairperson. The apology that I've received is from the minister. I've received it from the office of the minister. And from the side of the members, I only saw that Honorable April declined the invitation. I don't know whether it was by mistake or what. So those are only apologies that I've received. So as I indicated earlier, Chairperson, that in the platform, we've got Honorable Jacobs, we've got Honorable Kruger, we've got Honorable Hendricks, we've got Honorable Babalwa Matulelwa, we've got Honorable Bridget Kromelang, we've got Honorable Jan de Villiers, we've got Honorable Inkosul Tuli, we've got Honorable Vuyo Zungula, and we've got also Honorable Lubengo. So those are the members that are in the platform, Chairperson. Thank you.
Thank you, King. It's a full compliment. I'm happy about the attendance. Can we now move to the next item, which is adoption of the agenda? Can I have a mover for the adoption of the agenda? The agenda is before us.
Chair,
Yes, Honorable Pamela.
I do move for adoption of the agenda as presented before us.
Thank you, Honorable Member.
I will
Anyone?
second that, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Kruger. We'll now move to the next item, which is consideration and adoption of the 2021 second term committee program. Can you take us through, King? Braking?
Yes, Chairperson, I'm still trying to share the program.
Okay.
Sorry about that, I'm still opening it here.
Okay, we'll be patient.
Chair, I think it's visible.
Yes, King, you can see.
Okay.
It is.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Chairperson, for this quarter, which is term number 2 of 2021, which has started today on the 4th of May, it will run up until the 4th of June, which then means the committee sitting will be having 5 weeks within this term. And then the other thing that I can stress is that the term is focusing more on the development of the budget vote report, since we know that this is a quarter where we are looking at the strategic plan of the department and the two entities, and the annual performance plans for 2021-2022, and then the budget plans for 2021-2022. All those things will be doing them towards the development of the budget vote report, and that budget vote report will culminate into the budget vote debate. So now, Chairperson, as from today, normally we do get an information from the different departments on the performance and the structuring of the Department of Small Business Development. So now, the meeting of Tuesday, which is today's starting at 2:30. The reason for that, it was trying to accommodate the availability of the Department of Public Service and Administration, where it is going to brief the committee on the structure of the Department of Small Business Development. Then tomorrow, which is Wednesday the 5th, we are going to get the briefing. We are starting at 9:30 up until 1500. We'll be getting the briefing by Small Business Development, Small Enterprise Finance Agency, and Small Enterprise Development Agency on their strategic and 2021-22 annual performance plan and budget plans. This information is going to culminate into a budget vote report. So hence we are going to have a long meeting. The reason for that, prior we're supposed to have a meeting on the 6th, but now through the directive of the House Chairperson's office, we understand that on Thursday, members must all go to a caucus, which starts at 10, and then in the afternoon, there'll be a plenary. So now all the meetings that were scheduled for the Thursday, they were just have to be squeezed in this program. Hence, we'll be having this program for tomorrow. And then on the 12th of May, which is the week next week, we'll be considering the budget vote report. And then we'll also be presenting the virtual oversight report, the oversight that we conducted on the 17th of March. Then on Wednesday, the 19th, we are not going to have a meeting because there will be the commencement of a mini plenaries, which they start at 10. Then our budget vote debate for vote 36 of the department, it will be on Tuesday, the 25th of May. That will start at 1400. And then the meeting, which will also be the last meeting for the term, as I indicated that we're going to go for 5 weeks, it will be on the 26th of May, where we'll be getting the briefing on the 2020-21 Q4 performance plan of the department and the two entities. So Chairperson, this is how the program has been structured. Then from the 7th of May, the 7th of June, it is then that it will be the beginning of another constituency period. Then, hence the last meeting will be on the 26th of May 2021. Chairperson, I present and move that the committee adopted this program for term 2 of the portfolio committee. Thank you.
Thank you, King. Honorable members, here is the program before us, and it has been presented, and it has also moved for the adoption of the program. Can I have a seconder from honorable members if ever there are no questions?
Thank you,
King,
Chair. I support.
Thank you. It's Honorable Zungul.
Yes, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. The program has been duly adopted. Can we now move to the next item, King? Let's go back to our agenda, King.
Chairperson,
Yes,
I think we were at some network breakdown. I don't know whether you did get everything that I've said.
you said we are moving for the adoption of the program and it has been adopted. Now,
Oh,
I'm
lost
saying let's go.
Okay, I lost connection.
Okay, we have adopted the program. Can we go back to the agenda, to the next item?
Is it visible, Chair? Chair?
Yes, King, it is visible.
Okay.
Then the next item is briefing on progress with an organizational structure of the Department of Small Business Development by the Department of Public Service and Administration. I'm now inviting them to brief the portfolio committee. I don't know who's leading them, but it's your time, DPSA.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chair, and good afternoon, honorable members. My name is Oscar Chivase. I'll be leading the team from the DPSA. I'm with Etienne Heldenblom. We are the senior managers. I am responsible for organizational design in the public service. We're supposed to be led by Jiva Pillay, who is attending a meeting with the PSABC, the negotiation at PSABC and Siyabonga Msimang. So the team from the DPSA, it's myself and Etienne Heldenblom. So I'll be taking the honorable members through the progress that we've made so far with regard to the structure for the Department of Small Business and Development. So I'll ask permission from the Secretariat so that I can share the screen, the presentation that we have prepared for honorable members.
Yes, I've made you a co-host.
Thanks.
You can share, you are the co-host now.
Thanks, Honorable Chair. The request that we receive is to give update on how far are we since we appeared last in 2018 to a portfolio committee to brief the portfolio committee on the development of the structure for the Department of Small Business Development. We haven't made much progress ever since our last appearance in 2018. The Department of Small Business Development is still operating in the startup organizational structure. That was done after 2014 when the department was newly created. So other honorable members will be asking questions, then where do the DPSA feature in the entire process of the organizational structure for the Department of Small Business Development? The Minister for Public Service and Administration is responsible for setting norms and standards with regard to organizational design in the public service, meaning that if any government department, either provincial or national, if they're making any changes within the organizational structure, the Minister for Public Service and Administration should ensure that all those changes that are made are in line with organizational principles. The structure respond to the constitutional mandate of that department. The structure respond to the legal obligations of the department and the structure is aligned to the budget allocated to it. So in 2018, we received the request from then Minister of Small Business Development, Honorable Lindiwe Zulu, requesting the changes to the organizational structure. The unfortunate part is that we were very close to the election at the time, 2019 election. So the department was advised to put on hold the entire process and with the anticipation that there will be other further changes within government that will warrant the departments to go back and
Oscar, we can't hear you. What's happening? King? King?
Yes, Chair.
We can't hear him. What's happening?
I don't know because his mic is on.
Hmm.
Oscar? We lost him. I think he got cut, Chair, because he's no longer here in the platform.
Can you call him if you've got his gadget? Tell him to reconnect. We don't have choice.
Good afternoon, honorable members. It's Etienne speaking from the DPSA. I phoned Oscar, so he's going to reconnect now. So just give him a minute, he will reconnect now. Thank you.
Okay.
my apologies, Honorable Chair. I'm not sure what is happening with my network.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I on my screen, I was still on, only to find out that I'm logged out. I'm trying to get the presentation back.
Okay, waiting for you.
Thanks,
Yeah, It's clear, you can proceed.
Okay. So in November last year, we received a request from the Minister for Small Business Development. This was part of the process that we normally do before a formal consultation can be lodged with the Minister for Public Service and Administration. The officials will have a pre-consultation session where they look at the organizational structure, they look at the service delivery model, they look at the strategic plan of the department, just to ensure that there's a synergy and a value chain between the three documents. So that exercise was done with the department last year. When we did that exercise, we found out that there are a number of issues that probably need to be addressed before a formal structure can be submitted in line with the Public Service Regulation and the Public Service Act to the Minister for Public Service and Administration. The structure revealed that, the proposed structure revealed that there are issues that needs to be ironed out. The proposed structure, among others, have three main programs. The first one is the sector and market development. The second one is development finance. The third one is enterprise development. So one of the main issues that were highlighted as part of the findings when we did the analysis of the proposed structure was the affordability of the structure. Because when we look at the structure that was put forward or proposed, we found out that the budget, when we checked with National Treasury, they indicated that the structure that has been proposed, it goes beyond what is being projected by the National Treasury. So those are the issues that we've raised back with the departments to say they need to make sure that they align the proposed organizational structure with the allocated budget. We haven't received anything since last year from the department. We only received a request where the department wanted to fill the key post, like the Deputy Director General responsible for sector and market development, at which we said in terms of the regulation and the OD requirements, the department cannot go ahead and fill the positions that are vacant if the structure is not yet formally consulted with the Minister for the Public Service and Administration. So we wrote back to the department indicating that they need to make sure that they finalize the consultations with Minister for Finance in terms of funding so that they can approach the Minister for Public Service and Administration for the approval of the structure. So, Honorable Chair, there is other work that we are currently doing with the department. The department intends to merge the two entities. Agency, SEDA, and the Small Enterprise Finance Agency, SEFA, into one single entity. That will be more responsive to the need of the SMME within the sector. And then the department is, for the department to facilitate the measure, they've developed a business case, which is still at a draft stage. And then they have shared it with the Department for Public Service and Administration, where a meeting was set up on the 17th of March, where the DPSA have provided inputs in writing to improve the business case. And some of the inputs that were raised, or some of the inputs that we gave to the department, one is the issues around the collective agreements with organized labor to determine matching and placing criteria, because this is a very complex exercise to do. So the department needed to receive guidance on how to go about this exercise. The second one was to improve governance arrangements, such as the composition of the board of the two entities now that they are merging into one. And then the third issue was to reconcile the department the DSBD service delivery model with that of the new entity that we have provided input on. And then the fourth one was to reconcile the organizational structure of the custodian department, which is Department of Small Business Development, with respect to the policy development and oversight that they need to play when the entities implementing the policies. The last one was to provide more details on the costing of the entire exercise that the department is embarking on. So once the business case and the draft legislation is finalized, the Minister for Small Business Development will formally submit the business case together with the draft legislation to the Minister for Public Service and Administration and Minister of Finance for consultation and input. That's the process that it's detailed in the Public Service Regulation. That's the process that we normally follow when we're establishing something new, or we're merging 2 or 3 entities that exist. So with regard to the way forward regarding the organizational structure, we are awaiting for the minister responsible for the small business development to approach the Minister for Public Service and Administration with the new organizational structure that is aligned to the budget and the mandate of the Department of Small Business Development. So that's in a nutshell, Honorable Chair, the presentation from the DPSA and the progress with regard to the 2 issues, the issue
Thank you. It seems as if you are no longer there again, but the screen is still there. Thanks for the presentation. Honorable members, here we are. I will now invite comments. My understanding is that the process won't continue before the 2 ministers consult each other, including the treasurer. And we must also consider, honorable members, the issue of merging and its consequences, because it's ourselves who said we need the 2 entities to merge so that we can harmonize this process of the 2 agencies. But where I'm seated, I can see that there is a lot of work. I will now invite your guidance, honorable members, on this matter. We've got the DM. I think she will get in after honorable members have posed some question, but it is important for us to can look at the briefing properly so that we come up with proper guidance in order to be able to move, because when they say they can't appoint before 1, 2, 3, it has got also a negative impact to the department and to ourselves who are doing oversight. I'm now inviting you, honorable members, to engage with the briefing. King, you will assist me by identifying hands from honorable members, because I can't see them myself.
Yes, Chairperson, thank you. The first person was Honorable Kruger.
Yes.
The second one was Honorable Hendricks.
Yes.
The third one was Honorable Jacobs.
Yes.
So those are the 3 so far.
Okay, can we hear from you, Honorable Kruger?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm going to keep my video off because my connections is not that great. So thank you for the presentation. And Madam Chair, I'm very concerned about the last slide, where the 2 ministers must consult And we know we are already 24 months into the 5th or the 6th Parliament. And I would like to know from the Deputy Minister then, why haven't these two ministers sat down and discussed this new structure? If they can just give us some feedback. Of course, South Africa can't wait another 24 months. It's very important that we get the structures correct so that we can start working and make sure that small businesses succeed. Thank you, Ma'am.
Thank you, Honorable Hendricks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. You can't see us, but we can see you. Nice to see you again. Honorable Chair, the President depends on this department to create jobs. And he hopes that small businesses will generate the jobs that he has promised the nation in so many State of the Nation addresses and whenever he has a chance to speak to us. So unfortunately, we are letting the President down because we are not creating the jobs arising out of small business. So I have heard today that there was a problem that the structure that was submitted, Treasury had a problem and Treasury indicated that, hey, it's too expensive. Can't have the structure. So it looks like the Small Business Development Department, they are protecting their turf. They haven't listened to the Minister of Finance, which said that moving forward, we must go to zero-based budgeting. We must not build structures or strengthen structures in terms of the ways we did it in the past. We need a fresh approach. Honorable Chair, you know that all that this department does, it has 7 schemes which the Deputy Minister outlined to us in Mitchell's Plain very recently. Those 7 schemes is all that the department will be doing, except collecting the installments of people who took the loans from it. So a mean and lean structure can operate at least for the next year or two. So Honorable Chair, I am obviously Honorable Kruger mentioned.
Honorable members, can we all mute our gadgets, please, so that we can hear the speaker?
Honorable Kruger has given us guidelines and identified the next step, which I'm sure, Honorable Chair, you will do your best to get the 2 ministers to meet. And I think it's important that we note that at the moment there is still a go-slow in Cedar, so there's very little service delivery. When I spoke to the Minister of Small Business and I mentioned Cedar, she just shakes her head without saying anything. So I can interpret it that she means, hey, don't waste your time. So that is what we are stuck with. And in 2024, the members of this portfolio committee would not have left a legacy behind. So what is the legacy that we would like to leave behind? The legacy is zero-based budgeting, a lean and mean structure, where we can say that during our term of office, at least 75% of the jobs which the President has asked us to create using small business has been created. So it looks that it's not even possible to appoint senior people to take the department forward. But maybe we don't need senior people, Honorable Chair. We only have 7 schemes that we have to look at. come, you don't need R1 billion to run 7 schemes. The money in those 7 schemes are not even R1 billion. So it is back to the drawing board for us, Honorable Chair, because we're going to have egg on our face in that this portfolio committee did not deliver. So that's why it's up to us now, outside the department, to see what we can do to create jobs. And I've already seen that honorable members are doing that, because we are not getting much assistance from CEDA and SEFA, and the leadership in the Department of Small Business Development certainly has not impressed. So, Honorable Chair, I think you need the wisdom of Solomon to take us forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Hendricks. I believe the DM is also assisting me by noting those points which are valuable and useful, because our main aim indeed is to see the output, is to see the department meeting its targets. I'm taking your good advices. I believe we'll engage with the honorable ministers, Honorable Crew and Honorable Hendricks. Thank you so much. The next speaker in my list is Honorable Jacobs. Honorable Jacobs, over to you.
Thank you, Chair, and greetings to everybody. My apologies for earlier. No, I think I am largely covered by our previous honorable members. I wonder why is this presentation here if no progress have been made, and there's no time frames on when this will be taken forward. So I share the concerns. We want to ensure that we have the right structure to implement the capacity to implement government's plans. I mean, we have agreed now, we welcome the notion that the Director General is made permanent. I think we want to commend the ministry for that. But at the same time, we want to urge them to finalize the organogram. The integration between the two departments is a important imperative so that we can ensure we deliver on the mandate. So, DM, I'm hopeful that we can get a time frame. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Jacobs. King, do we still have other members with their hands up?
No, Chair.
No. Can I now invite the DM just to react? I'm not hijacking you, DM, but you had honorable members reflecting on the issue of consultation. I know that is the responsibility of the minister, but this belongs to ministry, as far as I understand. Just maybe to highlight certain issues, progress, maybe if you know something, so that we are able to come up with a resolution as the portfolio committee. But DM, I concur with the honorable members, because the role of this small business is to create jobs. And also on the issue of the go slow, if maybe the DM is, the DG is here, he may also respond unto that one, so that we cleared all the mist today. But I agree with honorable members that this is a thorny issue, and the issue of the zero budget, the issue of the treasurer needs to be understood by all of us today here, so that any recommendation which we are going to take is in line with the policies of the department. Over to you, DM.
Thank you very much, Chair Mesiwela. Good afternoon, all the members, including the other department that is assisting us to achieve our goal. I appreciate the existence of this platform, which helps us in between times of accounting to you, to interact with you and update the information that is there. I really would want to humbly request that maybe we need to, as a department, to meet with our counterparts in the Public Service Commission and actually deal with these matters. I don't think they are very difficult, because when you cannot change a particular situation, there should be means of adapting while ensuring that work is being done. In actual effect, Honorable Kruger, the two ministers have met, but not only once. But we must come into terms that the discussion between the minister, any minister, and the Minister of Finance has got one cornerstone, that of availability of resources required by that particular entity or department, as requested by the political champion in the form of the minister in that particular sector. Having met, they themselves having met together, the agreement, which is obvious, was that there are no funds to finance any other extension. Can I please take the honorable member's chair a little bit backwards to say this government is also continuously being structured and reviewed, and as long as we are dealing with the transition. In that process, there are casualties. One casualty being this department, because you remember, Chair, we're coming from being a department as which is trade and industry. And then a number of employees, managers were actually re-established to directly respond to what the honorable members, yourself say, Honorable Kruger, Honorable Hendricks, that we need to create jobs. That we all agree. And also we need to support cooperatives, direct deal with that. But before I'm coming to you today, I satisfied myself by, although I have been part of the process of Parliament, to reread and reflect on the legislation, enabling legislation that makes us to have the programs that we have today, and to require institutional arrangement members from the Public Service Commission. Institutional arrangement that is going to meet the requirements by the legislation for us to achieve our mandate. The budget, indeed, Honorable Chair, has been being part of that budget, which was for trade and industry as a whole. And then the department has been benefiting out of that. The minister, former minister, Umama Ulindwe Zulu, did what is required by law as a minister to now take her mandate, interrogate the mandate, and actually work with the collective in the form of the executive, that is the implementing arm, to say this is the type of an organizational design that will take us through to what we are supposed to achieve in this country. Having made that determination, she's able, therefore, having consulted whether the labor people or everyone is going to be involved, and then make a formal presentation to say, this is the number, that this is when this institutional arrangement is achieved as an organogram, this is how it will be populated in order to ensure that we are in a position to actually deliver on our mandate. Here now comes the need is understood. That's the route we should go together with Public Service Commission, financing of the population of that organizational structure, as well as the warm bodies that will be there. Remember, there will be issues of the relevance of the skills that those people bring into the department. When I concretely answer you, Chair, they have met. There's an issue of non-availability of finance, but what did they agree on? They agreed that let's settle down and present an organizational temporal arrangement that will respond to the available finances and then start running with the hope that at the end of the tunnel, there will be a necessity to have the relevant required and legal framework that will assist us. For now, in order to meet the compliance issue, a compliance issue that says, for you as honorable members to give us a budget, we must showcase that we have a capacity to spend that budget. It is in that vein, therefore, that I appeal to my leaders, the extension of parliament in this platform. Allow us an opportunity. The disagreement is not going to help us between us and the Public Service Commission. What we need to do is to say, here is the amount, which I think is available, and no matter how small it is. And here is the way we are having the required major population of key performance areas that we want to achieve. You cannot not have a DG. That's why the DG has been appointed chair. Secondly, you need that office of the DG to be capacitated to do its role. On the part of the entities, I think this time I've been in that department, a few months at least. I now know that some issues will actually emanate when the department's other work is devolved to be done by the SIFA and by SETA. And when this work is being done, it appears uSETA yenye into, uSIFA yenye into, each department is another thing. For me, it is important to reflect and to relook into the organizational coordination as to if some work, say cooperatives or say small business or public enterprises are being done in a particular entity, out of the entities, we better have more close working relationship. That particular unit must work with that unit. And I'm happy that we have got the district development model that ensures that some of the people in the department are now champions, district champion. The district champion should ensure it works with both entities in that district to cover all that the department is mandate. The mandate is that of a department, but the whole bulk of work is shared between the three entities, that's your government and your entities. And I therefore please request that we need to go back and use the second option of wanting to organize our bulk of mandate to be shared amongst all of us, because I've looked into the enabling acts, but I don't see any violation of any act if some work is allocated to SEPA, because the department will continue to work with the board of SEDA in order to endorse and understand that jobs are created, that our people get service delivery. So the other issues is because this work is scattered, Chair. If you have this incubator having to train people and therefore ultimate outcome or product being creation of jobs and also perfect ensuring that our businesses become self-sustainable. I think we need to sit down and look into the crisis and make it this problem to become a program, that having no funds, having available resources, but the issue of employees and their unions or whatever in those entities, they can't be seen something very far. All we need to look is to look how fair is our work being distributed, but issues of increase and other things will be treated equally like that of Public Service Commission. If Public Service Commission has an overall looking to the public servants, they also need to be falling under that category. These entities are not private entities. They cannot be seen a Public Service Commission delegation here to be treated otherwise, because like all your local municipalities, all your district, all local government, you will have to fall under SALCA. So we also fall under Public Service Commission, and such matters will be dealt in line with that. But I really want to promise that we are in constant engagement with the minister while she is in charge of other activities which are not this department. But we are comfortable to always get her responses and her understanding. And when we stand in front of you in this platform, we say what she could have said. Thank you very much.
Thank you, GM, for the response. King, do we still have any hands? No hands.
Madam
Follow
Chair,
up.
Madam
Follow
Chair,
up.
can I
Yeah,
just
Honorable-
follow up, please?
Kruger was, and then there's also Honorable Mtenjane.
Okay.
Ma'am,
All right. Honorable Kruger, I think is a follow up.
yes, it's a follow-up, Madam Chair. And it's
Can
a
you hear
follow-up
from me?
from to the minister. And I just want to find out from the minister, the deputy minister, if she think it's progress.
If the minister can wait for an
Thank you
Honorable
very much.
Mtenjane. Honorable Mtenjane, the platform is yours, my son. I don't know why you did not raise your hand, because I would like you to engage and then allow the minister to react. But it is fine. The stage is yours.
Well, once again, thank you very much, Chairperson. And also, thanks for the presentation and the inputs made by our colleagues here. Yes, indeed, Chairperson, sitting here, you can see indeed that indeed there is a problem in this department, but of which some of us have said it a while ago, that if the department's got a problem, you determine it by seeing from the head. I mean, the fish always start to rot from the head. If you see the minister who does not take her department serious, that then tells you that the department has got a serious problem. But our suggestion as a committee will be, maybe it will be better for this department to be merged back, to be taken back to the trade and industry, because it shows that indeed we are sitting with the problem. We wanted a department that will come up with a solution for our people who are suffering out there. We didn't want this a department that is becoming a problem instead of being a solution. So in short, Chairperson, there is a serious problem in this department. As much as you touched it as a chairperson, that these problems will eventually give us another problem when we go do oversights and all those things. So the solution here will be to merge this department or to take it back to trade and industry. Because indeed, we are sitting with a department that is not helping us with anything. Instead, it's a problem on its own. It's creating more problem. Yes, it was a good idea, of course, to merge the two entities, which is CIFA and SIDA. That's a good thing to be done. But when is it going to be done? We are being told here by the DM, Honorable DM, that it's good because she's reflecting exactly what's happening, to say the ministers have met, they've said, they've spoken, but it looks like there's no solution that is coming out. We are going to wait for handouts, budget from somewhere and all those things for this thing to happen. So let's, just as a portfolio committee, and commend this chairperson that no, this department must just go back to trade and industry. And then that's it, case closed. Then we have a solution there. Because we want solution, not a problem. Our people are hungry out there. Imagine now it's times 2 with this corona thing. They are sitting with a serious problem here. A problem with the department is a problem, corona is a problem, so everything is a problem. So let's just get away with these problems. The minister is fine wherever she is. She's serving now temporarily in the office of the president, in the presidency. It's good. Some of us, we have suggested that she's correct there. She can be made a permanent secretary of the president. It's fine. And then we take this department back to trade and industry. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Tenjana. I won't comment much, but my view was that the problem has been presented to us as the portfolio committee doing oversight. Must just come up with some proposals which we think this is gonna be solution on the issue of affordability and the issue of looking at the legal part of the two entities when they are merged now in relation with the organogram. So I would like the DM to respond and then I will summarize at the end. Thank you.
Very happy, Chair, to respond. I do believe, Chair, that this is not the platform for restructuring of government, but of playing an oversight. Can I therefore say, I did not think that when we are going to present our annual performance plan, we have come to respond in the presence of the department that does some other mandates other than that of annual performance plan. Because we know what we're going to do. We thought that is tomorrow's presentation, that the fiscus is not enough. How are we going to deal with that matter, given the budget that we have in our hands? But it will be very unfortunate, Chair, if I must sit here and talk about what we are going to do with this annual performance plan for tomorrow. And then why do we have to come tomorrow if we are now going to deal with those plans? Because I was responding to what is being presented, but tomorrow is when you are going to decide through your oversight listening that this department is on track. Because not having legally binding programs, we still have a department, two entities working with us, understanding that they supposed not to physically integrate and violate the act, because we have to amend the act. If I may go back to the issue of employing the DG, I was here, Chair, citing when it was started and how many months it has gone through which is a legal process before we are being accused of choosing people and working outside the legislation and policies of this country. I'm saying today, the issue of having no budget, there is a way forward that has been proposed, but must be agreed, has been agreed by the two ministers. Now it lies back to CFO of the department and the DG to initiate the environment that will take funds from the same departments and placing it to be able to get necessary employees. I thought we were dealing with the problem, but I can see now we are under scrutiny. When chair, we have not been given a chance to say we are failing or not, but we have been given a 0 here. But yeah, let's believe that you, chair, and the collective in here understand what the work we are doing and what we'll be reporting tomorrow. And such comments like from Mr. Mtenzana will be for tomorrow. You will get what you need. But this is not for this meeting. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, can I?
Yes,
It's,
Honorable
yes,
Honorable
can I
Yes.
and thank you for the DM for the response, but she only responds to the one member of the committee. I would like to also hear what's her point of view on my opinion that I left it in, and the question I asked in the committee. Thank you.
Can you repeat that? Honorable Kruger,
Yes, Madam Chair, can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
I can.
I would like to also hear the response of the DM on my question I asked, on my follow-up question.
Please do.
I'm saying, can you repeat that follow-up question for good sake?
I asked the Deputy Minister if she think it's fair for the community and small business for 24 months we had a acting DG, and now it seems like we're going to have for a long time no minister. So we always sharing, you know, we always have a half department of a half acting DG, and now we only have a half of a minister. And I ask her if she think it's fair to the community outside there, especially the business community and those who are looking for a job, this situation. Can it carry on? It's sustainable.
I don't know whether the honorable member understands that the DG is here, not in this meeting, but the DG, all the processes. And I think Mr. Kruger is a South African, knows that when there was time to shortlist, where there was time to verify the verification process, there was COVID and no meeting could be. Today we are talking about an existing DG, Mr. Lindokuhle Mkumane. And number two, on the part of the fairness that you refer to, and also the issue that the minister is somewhere comfortably and so on, we have not had you as an oversight committee saying that this particular work or task was not carried out because the minister was there. The minister is actually having to set the guidelines for everything to happen, and she is not the actual implementer. She's going to go and implement. She's not going to be in the ward, in the branch. She's not going to be in the branch. When I say branch, I mean a branch of the department, no mistake. Then the minister has a full-time DG that has been actually acting, that has been in the helm of this department for a very long time, that has been employed before in the investment arrangement of this country. She knows this department, she knows business, and we are comfortable. We are going to achieve our goals. Whether we are 3 or 4, but the work that is before us, le flaga le ya phumela, this one will carry out to where it is supposed to. But can you, Mr. Hendricks, please wait and say to us, this was not done, it was supposed to be done. And not make an assumption that we cannot do this because our number is fewer, or which is not about our number here, it's about our capacity. We'll bring whatever you think must be done. It's gonna be done by this same department. And we're not going to be willy-nilly shifted here and there because an honorable member believes that's supposed to happen. I thank you, Chair.
Thank you, DM. Thank you, honorable members. I believe our role today was to get a sense of what is happening on the issue of the organogram, since it has been a thorny issue to us as the portfolio committee. And by virtue, is our responsibility to do that. And today we got a briefing. What I can say is that let's allow the two ministers to meet. We can come up with a time frame saying that maybe after 3 months, we need to get a response as the portfolio committee on the developments on this matter. Because my understanding is that we can't move without even the blessing of the treasurer. So that the issue of merging, my understanding is that here we've got two things. Firstly, it was the organogram itself, which was supposed to be approved. And then secondly, it was the issue of merging the two entities. As the portfolio committee, we need to be vigilant. We need to check the first option, which will assist us to move, more especially that we are talking about the issue of budget, that the issue of affordability is critical on this matter. But at the same time, we can't move before the two ministers met again and discuss together with treasurer, so that we get a sense of what is it that we need to do, because our interest is to see the department running smoothly, and is to see the two entities having good, sound relationship to be able to create jobs, as Honorable Member Hendricks has indicated that we need not dare fail the president. And indeed, we have identified problems in the two agencies, most especially SEDA. Our interest will be to see the two working together. I can cite an example where SEFA is supposed to dish money, but only to find out that those beneficiaries could not receive any funds, but SEDA has done its job. So it's our responsibility to zoom in and make sure that the two agencies are working together, rather than we may merge them, but if we don't develop such again, we're going to experience problems. So I can say we had the presentation and we had the comments, DM from the honorable members, the frustrations which are there, but the solution will be to point out that the two ministers should meet urgently and finalize their issues, meet again with the treasurer, more especially on the issue of affordability. Then the issue of merging will come, but our mandate is saying, let them meet, because we don't want to leave this gray area. It's really having negative impact onto us as the portfolio committee. Yes, tomorrow the department will appear before us, honorable members. If ever there are any other issues which we will like to get clarity, we'll take it from there, from those presentation. It's your right to ask question, but to ask relevant questions during the relevant time will also assist us. So I want suppress honorable members to exercise their right, but at the same time, we are giving guidance to the department. Let's try to provide leadership as a collective. So I believe we had the department and we are happy they gave us a true reflection of what is transpiring. And we also appreciate the appointment of the DG. Siyabonga, DG, there's been a long way and you have been patient. You have been working so hard. We believe now you will stand up again on your feet and try to move forward. Do your best. We believe in you. Indeed, administration need to be more stronger because you are the implementers. We will appreciate to see this department moving forward without any blockage. Honorable members, our officials and our visitors, with these few remarks, I'm now closing the meeting. Thank you.
Excuse me, Chair. Please, Chair.
Yes, Honorable DM.
Can I please clarify, please, Chair, that the ministers met.
Mm.
The minister
I'm aware of that.
Okay. They met,
yes.
They give a direction. We're working and we'll present the direction tomorrow.
All right, we'll hear from you, DM. Thank you so much. Honorable members, we've come to the end of our meeting.
Chair.
Thank you so much. Yes. We still have got another item.
Yeah, I think we can release the DPSA and then continue the just 2 sets of minutes.
Okay, thank you. DPSA, you may be released. Thank you for availing yourself and thank you for being honest with us. We'll rely on you since we are still moving forward with this matter. Thank you so much. And then, King, can we zoom into the next item, which are a set of minutes? I believe there are 2. Can you take us through, please?
Chairperson.
Yes, Braking.
Yes, the meeting, the minutes.
Move it.
Can you see them?
Yes.
These are the minutes of the 10th of March, 2021. And then the objective, the agenda was briefing on the 2021 Q3 performance report of the department. And then it was also the Q3 performance report of small CIFA. Then 2021 Q3 of performance report of CEDA. And then it was the consideration and adoption of the minutes of the 3rd of March 2021. So we've sent them out. I believe that the members have gone through the minutes. And then anything on page 1?
Yeah, anything on page 1, honorable members, corrections? Nothing. Can you move? Page 2? Honorable members, anything on page 2? Move, King. Nothing. Page 3? Move, King. Honorable members, anything? No correction, move, King. Move. 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 Thank you. Can I have a mover for the adoption of the minute as a true reflection of what transpired on the 10th of March 2021?
Honorable Hendricks move.
Thank you, Honorable Hendricks. Any seconder?
Second, Chair.
Okay, Honorable Melana, second. Thank you. Minutes have been duly adopted. Can we move to the next set, King? Can we move to the next set?
Yes, Chair, these are the minutes of the meeting of the Portfolio Committee on the 17th of March, where, excuse me, where the Portfolio Committee was conducting a virtual oversight on COVID-19 relief fund beneficiaries. So in attendance, these are the members who were in attendance, with an apology of Honorable Zungula. So these are the officials from the department who were in attendance, which is on page 2. This is the staff that was in attendance. So these are the guests that were in attendance, Chairperson.
Okay. Move.
So in essence, Chairperson, this is a summary because we have said all the observation and the recommendation will be found in the report, the oversight report that will be presented in the coming week of the Portfolio Committee.
Thank you. Can I have a mover for the adoption of the minutes?
Inconstitutionally move.
Thank you, Honorable Nkosili. Any seconder?
Honorable Hendricks seconds.
Thank you, Honorable Hendricks. The minutes have been duly adopted. Do you still have any other item, King? Because I can't see because of the screen.
No, Chairperson.
Okay, we've come to the end of our meeting. Thank you so much, honorable members. See you tomorrow. At what time, King?
Chairperson, tomorrow we're starting at 9:30.
Until 3 o'clock.
Yes, the only thing maybe we'll see, because I did put a break. If there will be need of a break, if there won't be a need, then maybe time can be short.
There will be need of a break of 30 minutes or 40 minutes so that members can refresh and get some food. We can't stay from 9 to 3 o'clock. It's too long.
You
Yes,
get the food virtually, Chairperson.
Yeah, you drink tea. You drink tea.
Okay. Now it was on a lighter note. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. Thank you, honorable members or officials. Let's continue.